Hey, sexy humans! So, welcome for the 5 days self-pleasure challenge. I'm super excited for you to be here with me for this journey of discovering your sexual self and having more pleasure within your life. So, today we're going to talk about the myth and some facts, the truth and the myths. So, learning about yourself, that how do you pursue masturbation, what comes up for you that when you tap into your body. So first I would like you to close your eyes, just place one hand in your heart, one hand in your belly, and just take a couple of deep breaths to really arrive to the room, really arrive to your present moment, into the body, and feeling up that what comes up for you. Deep breathing also helps to really get you present and helps you to access all the information that's lying behind your subconscious mind. Because you might be saying that, well, when I talk about masturbation, then it's okay. I don't really have any emotional drama going on with it. But is it really true? Or do you feel restricted? Do you feel that you are not sure? Because there is one fact that basically many of us would do masturbation, but we don't like to talk about. So let's deep dive into our first day together about myths and facts about self-pleasure. So almost everyone doing it, and absolutely no one wants to really talk about. So first I want to share with you a little bit about history, about how the Sumerians basically, when you look at poetry and look at things that in the history, like on the walls and also objects, so they actually put on a lot of things that shows that erection, man with erection, God with erection. So basically they were really open about sexuality. Actually, many of the cultures in the Sumerian, the Greek, and the Egyptians, they all believe that sexual masturbation, it's a creative energy. It creates as well to bring more aliveness. It gives as well sexual potency. It gives more to create. So kind of they were like the inventors of sexual magic, if you would call it. So, and also it's really good because the Sumerians, they encourage both parties. So as a girl and as a boy as well, that you could do self-pleasure and you are able to tap into, or they will actually do it as a sexual repertoire, to do it together as a couple. So ask yourself right now, how do you feel about that? How do you feel self-pleasuring in front of your partner? Does it ever happen to you? Or does it make you uncomfortable? Because actually tapping into your sexual potential and showing to your partner, it gives a great benefit, because they will know exactly what do you like. And once you are able to come by yourself, you're going to be more confident in the sexual encounter as well. So just really check with your body. How do you feel right now? Is it makes this topic uncomfortable? Is it any emotions rising up? Shame or guilt or fear of unknown? So what is your feeling coming up? Also, that the sexual pleasure through masturbation. So the technique that I teach for conscious masturbation, it's amazing way to heighten your sense of pleasure. And when I talk about pleasure, it's about to have really the life that you are truly passionate about. It's not only start in the bedroom, it's actually can go on and on about other things of life, like how the way that you eat your food, the way that you walk, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you interact with people. Probably you see that many of the people, they have actually this sexual confidence that radiance. So I think that because they are being well with their own body, they are tapped into their own sexual potential, and they are able to harness that energy within the body. But first, when you are solo, you need to learn really like how to harness, how to play with your own body. So once you learn that you are able to show someone else as well that how to do it. Okay. Also in Egypt, they were really good because they thought that actually the ejaculation is able to create the whole universe. So I highly suggest you get a little bit more in depth with yourself, that what is your own history. For my history, until I was 20, actually I used to believe that self-pleasure is something dirty, it's something disgusting, and only people would do it when they don't have a relationship. So it took me for a long time actually to tap into my sexuality, because I used to think that it's something that women don't do. Because I came also from a background where, like, I'm Hungarian, and there is a lot of shaming going for women, in the way that my parents never taught me how to masturbate, or actually we never ever discussed the topic even, that okay, so what do I do? How do I learn my body? What can I explore? So until age of 30, I really thought that I figured it out all by myself. But now actually that 5 years later, I can see that how much potential my body have right now, that I can have so many different type of orgasms. And it's possible and it's available for all of you who want to learn how to tap into your body. But the first step, we have to get rid of your myths, your limiting beliefs. What is the program behind running for you? So have a look. What, when you were growing up, your parents taught you, your sisters, brothers, your friends tell you. Maybe you had an ex-lover and they talked about your penis or your vagina in a bad way. So have a look and really have a journal about that. What did I learn about self-pleasure? What are the myths? What are the limitations coming up for you from childhood, from other people, maybe your relationship, or maybe you being caught when you were masturbating and you being told off not to do it. So that can all cause a bit of trauma in our body and mind. So have a look, what is your story? With the history as well going on, that in the early stage that they were used to be so good with sexuality, that they were really harnessing people into about to give sexuality. But then in the 17th century, for some reason, masturbation becomes something that it's a disease, it's something dirty, that you shouldn't do it. And that's actually the shaming lasted until the 19th century, when finally someone called Kinsley came around and lifted up all this negativity. And they said, actually, masturbation is totally natural. Also important to factor, to have a look, your religion. Maybe you've been brought up in a very religious way. and your parents taught you that masturbation, it's a sin, it's something dirty, and you shouldn't do it because you should do sex only for reproduction purposes. So also it's super important that to check with yourself, is it true for you? Is it serving you, this belief, or is not serving you anymore? So you want to put it on the side and just live your own truth, because you might coming from a religion, or you might coming from a background where you teach, when your parents didn't teach you about these things, but that's okay. Now today you can make a conscious choice about how do you want to live your life. You don't have to take so long. For me also took me 5 years really to figure out like how I can tap into my orgasmic potential and have 7 different kinds of orgasms. It's crazy, but it's so true. And those deep orgasms, they are so healing. So it doesn't need to take you for so long. You can just start today. Write down what did you learn about and how you can create new habits for yourself. Okay? And there's the sexual revolution started with Kinsley, which actually said it's a self-pleasuring, it's a natural behavior. Thank God. So now we are got revealed. And also I want to mention Thomas Sass, who said that the 19th century, it was a disease and it's the 20th cure. So this is my also motto about when I teach people how to do conscious masturbation, that you can use masturbation, self-pleasure, to cure yourself, because your body is learning through somatic experience. If you limit yourself saying, I will read this book, but then I don't act on it, we might have all of us programs running in the background, but once you find the program, eliminate, you can really start tapping into how you can cure yourself, how you can be more that you want to be. And that's why also I dedicate one of my greatest topic is actually to teach people how to masturbate. For men, it's a bit easier because once you are younger, you experience the wet dreams that, you know, you kind of get into it by feeling your penis, rubbing it a little bit, and then you notice something happening. But for girls, it's not so easy because we never really have anything a sign that we should masturbate. So we really have to teach ourselves that what it feels right for our body. And some girls really stick just to the clitoral orgasm, but actually that there's so much more potential that on day 5 also we're going to go deep into the 7 different types of orgasm. But today I wanted to bring you also myths about in the society about masturbation. So myth number 1, if I have a relationship, people don't masturbate in relationship. That's like a total BS, because even if you have a relationship, you might be more sexual than the other person. So why do you need to diminish your sexuality? You should empower yourself and you should make it a conscious choice. You can actually masturbate together, which will bring more connection, more intimacy. And also when you masturbate, you might like different sexual activity and you might like different solo play. So for example, when I teach people how to do conscious masturbation, I really encourage them to do the whole body, not only the genitals. But maybe when you have sex, you only want to have a quickie, you want to explore the genital area. So that's like a totally different experience. That's why I highly, highly suggest, even if you are in relationship, to make a daily self-love ritual, which is the self-pleasuring ritual. Even if you have 5 minutes under the shower, you want to touch your breasts, you want to touch your testicles, you want to massage your ovaries, you want to massage the penis, just do it. Just give yourself 5 to 10 minutes, because you are so worth it. And the more you do it, the more you're going to feel that you are more connected, you are more into your own body, and you know more what your body needs in order to have an orgasm. So you can actually phase it to your partner as well in a much better way. The myth number 2 is excessive masturbation can lead to erectile function or porn addiction. Again, it's nothing to do with that. Erectile dysfunction, it can cause medical issues, or it can be because you have a bad experience, a trauma in the body. So through body work, it can be totally eliminated, and the porn addiction is nothing to do. I know that many men, they use porn and then do masturbation, but basically that's like just a poor habit, nothing else. So you need to make this connection between these two, and you need to feel into more that what's triggering what. So when you think about masturbation, what comes up? So having basically same like a fast food choice. So food is a choice. You can make a gourmet food, you can eat healthy, or you can just go down in the route of laziness and go to McDonald's, right? So self-pleasuring, it's exactly the same. You can go off the track of having to have watching porn, having a self-pleasure session for 5 minutes just to get off, and you will not get the benefit of curing. But you can make more longer sessions with yourself, and then if you can do it 30 minutes, then it will give you enormous pleasure within your body, and it will start to heal your body as well. Okay, the myth number 3 is masturbation is not a part of normal sexual development. It can come from shaming again. So when you are a boy or you are a girl and you start exploring yourself, you're very curious, it might happen that your parents came in the room, they say something to you that what nasty thing you doing right now, and you totally lost it. So again, try to connect what happened to you. If you cannot, then of course we can go a deeper with hypnosis, but that would be a different topic as well. So myth number 4, there are no health benefits of daily masturbation. That's also not true. So depending on your choice, if you just do the masturbation for a quick get off, so meaning that you masturbate, you ejaculate, or you watch porn, you masturbate, and then have an orgasm, so those are just peak orgasms, then it's true, it's not so much health benefit. However, if you incorporate in your life the conscious masturbation, when you do it, the masturbation as a self-love ritual, then you will get all the benefits of masturbation, which could be like reducing your stress, reducing anxiety, connecting with your own body much better, receiving more deep pleasure, not having concentration issues, and also to show up in a much more confident way. You remember that there is some people, they enter in a room and everybody else look at them because they have so much present within their body. So that's also possible with conscious masturbation. You actually learn to gain more presence, and with practice you are able to radiate this sexual energy from everywhere else, so you become like a magnet for whole life. Myth number 5, people only masturbate when they are alone. I'm guilty of charge. I used to think that as well, that when I have a relationship that I shouldn't masturbate, this is really bad, and I should really try to go out and find somebody who will meet my own needs. And that was really bad. So when I embark on my tantric journey, I actually realized that the most important matter is myself, my own pleasure, and the only person can fill that cup is me. I need to be able to fulfill nurture my sexual needs. No one can meet them. So that's also one of the very, very important things that, guys, don't show people that blame others that, oh, you are like this or that. Learn to solo play first, and then you can go into the partnered game. Or if you are partnered right now, then work on masturbate together. Use the time to learn conscious masturbation together, expressing your sexuality together. Okay? That's, I think it's super exciting. And to be honest, if a woman can come into their goddess and able to show the vulnerability of the masturbation and express pleasure through masturbation and communicate her needs to the partner, they would totally fall in love with them, because man also loves a woman who is able to get there, approach them, and to take initiative first. Okay, so the myth number 6 is masturbation can lead to blindness. I know you won't believe it, but some people do, and I got many inquiries about when I post my YouTube videos that, can masturbation cause me blindness? Can masturbation shrink my penis? Can masturbate? Is like a total whole myth, total craziness going on. So if masturbation could do that, then probably everybody would be blind by now, because as I said in the beginning, everybody do it, but maybe nobody want to admit it. So that's like a total no-go. Okay, so what I wanted to also do for you, that I bring you questions that I ask my clients also. So I want you to tonight take a piece of paper and a pen. I'm a graphoman, so I prefer to write by hand, and I think that's more powerful. You can do it on your laptop, but I would really suggest you to connect with your own handwriting. Write the questions down. How I masturbate. When I masturbate, what time frame you masturbate. You can also add how long your masturbation takes. What feelings I feel when I masturbate. What do I think about masturbation? What my parents told me about masturbation. What words, beliefs, and questions you have about masturbation. What beliefs you have about masturbation in general. When masturbating, are you masturbating when you're alone? Are you masturbating when in a relationship? Are you masturbating together? So think about what is your masturbation habit and what is keeping you back to having more pleasure. And think about also what your parents told you about masturbation when you grow up. What limiting beliefs can you have around masturbation? Or also, what is your self-pleasure routine looks like at the moment, and what you can do to improve it. Okay, I want to also congratulate you to being here today, and also during this 5-day challenge, because it's meaning that you take the first step in order to empower yourself to stepping into a more empowered, sexy, more liberated life, where orgasm becoming more natural. Because once you let go of this goal-orientated approach that masturbation equals ejaculation, masturbation equals orgasm, then you becoming into this tantric bliss of presence. So you can go on for hours with your partner, really connecting, having very deep, intimate moments with them, and actually not having any kind of urge to masturbate, or not any kind of need to lead to orgasm, but it's just naturally going to happen because you're gonna be so relaxed and so surrounded to the process. And that's one of the other things that woman needs to learn, to let go of the story of I'm a bitch when I do masturbation or when I enjoy sex, or let go of the story that masturbation is dirty, masturbation is unuseful, masturbation is just something that people don't do. So let go all of your story. So I really encourage you to make the homeworks, and tomorrow we're going to tap into the emotions, the shame, the guilt, what is going on beneath the surface. Thank you so much, guys. If you have any questions, I'm gonna pop this video into the group so you can go through it. If you like the presentation, I can send you the slides as well. Just give some comment below. And if you have any questions regarding myths, or share your myths, what came up for you as a limiting belief. We learn through empowering others, and we learn through questions. So if anything came up for you today when I was talking, or something was not clear, or something you're not agreeing, or something that you want to ask me, just drop it below the video so other people can learn from it as well. And really, I encourage you to participate in this challenge, that do your maximum what you can. Put aside like 15 minutes every day to really do this exercise that I'm going to give you. And you will see that within 5 days, your life will start to change. Thank you, and see you tomorrow.